So to start our tests off, we're starting with a standard gas blowback rifle. This is a Evike M16 gas blowback. We're going to be doing multiple tests on it. The first one we're going to do is a submerged test, and then we'll be doing an above water test, both dry fire and live fire. So let's start off the test. There is no round in the chamber, and I've checked the magazine for rounds. That's empty as well. The gun is rocked and ready to go, so we're going to go ahead and submerge it and start our test. As you can see, it functions normally underwater. Now above water, we're going to do a dry fire test or roundless test. Firing. As you can see, it still functions normal. And now for our second test, we've loaded rounds into the magazine. I'm going to rack it once. The gun is loaded, hot, and we're going to go ahead and fire it submerged again. Now we're going to test it above water, shake it off a little bit, and see if it fires. So as you can see, it functions perfectly on semi and full auto modes after being submerged, and once you shake it off a little bit, it's a great gun. Two small words of caution. A, don't do this at home. We're testing it for you. And B, keep in mind, once you play in a wet environment, like a swimming pool, or if you're out when it's raining, you do need to thoroughly dry, clean, and maintain every moving part and O-ring on your airsoft gun to make sure that the water didn't damage anything at all. For our second test, we're going to be using a high Kappa 5.1 gas blowback pistol. It's a double stack magazine. Now because it's a gas gun, it should function normally, but that remains to be seen. That's why we're testing it. I have loaded it with 0.20 gram BBs and green gas, just like I loaded the gas blowback rifle. So we'll do our submerged test first, and then we'll do our open air test. Let's get it underway. Give it a shake, and we'll test it above water as well. It functions just like it functions when it's completely dry. The whole system works very efficiently underwater and above water. Once again, with any gas blowback, you want to definitely make sure everything's dry and re-lubed after you're finished playing to make sure that the system hasn't been damaged by any water. All right, here's our third test. This is one of those ones where I need to very strongly urge you not to do this at home. This test is with an AEG with a battery. So this is a G&G M4A1 with a full stock. I have mid-cap magazines because I figured they would feed a little bit better than a high-cap magazine. So the gun is hot at this time. I'm going to go ahead and put it underwater and see what happens. So it does function. Ooh. You all right? What was that? It shocked me. Once again, while I would never advise you to play with an electric gun in the rain or in a pool for that matter, we tested it here to show you that the gun still can function once being fully submerged or even getting wet at all. Again, just like the gas blowback rifles, once you play in the rain or in any wet environment, you want to completely disassemble your gun, make sure the entire thing is dry, including the gearbox, re-lube anything that needs to be re-lubed, including the gears, piston, things like that, and you should be good to go. So for our final test, you know we like to end things with a bang here at Evike.com. I've set up a grenade. Now I've tied the grenade to a pistol because we know the pistol works fine underwater, but I wanted to keep it underwater so it's not that loud and so you'll get the chance to see what it'll look like when exploding while submerged. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the pin, drop the spoon, and get the hell out of here. And there you have it, a grenade in water. Not only does it function, it works great as a depth charge. So if you're into model boat reenactments and you need depth charge, pick up some airsoft grenades. They work great. Thanks again for watching this episode of EvikeTV. If you have more myths that you'd like us to bust concerning airsoft, we'll do our best to accommodate those. Just put your suggestions in the comments section below. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll bring you more airsoft information as soon as we can. See you guys next time. One final safety message. At no time should you ever attempt to replicate any of the experiments we did today. We're in a controlled environment being supervised by trained professionals. You should never, ever try this at home.